Did you know that even before the first meeting with Angel Jibra'il in the cave of Hira, lifeless idols, animals, and even the stones on the path had begun to bear witness to the arrival of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him? What would that scene be like when the mysterious message of a jinn, a miraculous voice from a sacrificed calf, and the speaking of idols left all of Arabia in awe? In today's video, we will take you from the solitudes of the cave of Hira to those faith-inspiring moments of prophethood, where you will learn how wudu and salah began in Islam and what the state of the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, was when the revelation momentarily stopped. Let us begin this true story of the prophetic life that will refresh your faith. When your blessed age reached nearly 40 years, the signs of prophethood began to appear so that you could be mentally prepared to carry this heavy responsibility. The beginning of prophethood started with true dreams. During this period, whatever dream you saw, its interpretation would become as clear as the light of dawn upon waking. Additionally, whenever you walked alone through valleys and deserts, every stone and tree would offer greetings, salam, to you. During this time, your nature began to turn away from the creation and fully towards the Creator. Therefore, you stayed in wildernesses, away from cities and populations, in search of eternal beauty, Hassan. Gradually, you made the cave of Hira the companion of your solitudes. You would take necessary food and drink with you, and spend many days in this sacred cave. Sometimes, you would stay there for an entire month, immersed in the pleasure of waiting and worship. Finally, one day the wait ended, and on the 21st of Ramadan, on a Monday, Allah's angel Jibra'il came down with the message of the Lord of the worlds and said to the soul of the worlds, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, read. You replied, I am not a learned person. At this, Jibra'il embraced you tightly, then said, read. You gave the same answer again. Jibra'il embraced you a second time and said, read. You again replied, I am not a learned person. Then, when Jibra'il embraced you for the third time and released you, he said, read in the name of your Lord who created man from a clot of blood. Read, your Lord is most generous, who taught by the pen and taught man what he did not know. It was the courage of the soul of the world's peace and blessings of Allah be upon him that you endured this heavy word. If it had been revealed to a mountain, it would have crumbled. However, there was enough effect that a shiver overtook you. In this state, you arrived home and said to Hazrat Khadija, cover me, cover me, cover me. Accordingly, you were covered with warm clothes. When some calm returned, you told the whole incident to Hazrat Khadija and said, I feared for my life. Hazrat Khadija comforted you and said that Allah will never let you be disgraced because you are truthful, hospitable, mindful of relatives, a bearer of the burden of the needy, a helper of the poor, and a supporter of the truth. After comforting you, she thought it appropriate to talk to Waraqa bin Nawfal in this regard because he was a great scholar of the Christian religion and could better understand such matters. Thus Hazrat Khadija took the soul of the world's peace and blessings of Allah be upon him to him. Waraqa asked, nephew, let me hear from your nephew what happened to him. Waraqa asked the soul of the worlds, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, nephew, what did you see? The soul of the worlds, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, described in detail what had happened. After hearing the whole story, Waraqa said that this is the same angel who used to descend upon Prophet Musa. I wish I were young. I wish I were alive until the time when your people will expel you from Makkah. The soul of the worlds, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, asked in surprise, will these people expel me from here? Waraqa said, yes. Whenever someone brought a message like the one you have brought, people became his enemy. If I am alive until that time, I will help you fully. Alas! Hazrat Waraqa could not fulfill this wish, and passed away shortly after. Purity and worship are of great importance in Islam. This can be estimated from the fact that after the soul of the worlds, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, was appointed to the office of prophethood, you were first taught the method of wudu, ablution, and salah, prayer. Then Jibra'il appeared in your service and said that Allah sends his greetings to you, and says that you are a messenger to all jinns and humans, therefore invite them that there is no God but Allah. After this, Jibra'il struck the ground with his heel, and a spring of clean water gushed out. Jibra'il performed wudu from this spring in front of you, then told you to also perform wudu, so you also performed wudu in the same way. Then Jibra'il stood facing the Qibla and told you to stand with him. So both of them offered 2 cycles, rakat, of prayer together. After this, Jibra'il left. When the soul of the worlds, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, came home and described this incident to Hazrat Khadija. She was extremely happy and expressed the desire for the method of wudu and prayer to be told to her as well. Thus, she also performed wudu according to the method told by the soul of the worlds, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, and stood with you to pray. After finishing the prayer, she spontaneously said, "I bear witness that you are undoubtedly the messenger of Allah." After the first revelation, the series of revelations stopped for some time. You became extremely worried because of this. So worried that you began to feel your life was a burden and repeatedly intended to end your life by jumping from a mountain. But whenever you climbed a mountain peak with this intention, Jibreel would appear and say, "O Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. You are the true messenger of Allah." Hearing this, the heart would find temporary peace, and you would become calm, but after some time the same state would return. When your restlessness and anxiety increased beyond limits, Jibreel descended with the second installment of the divine message. "O you wrapped in a cloak, arise and warn the people." After this, the continuity of revelation was established. Before the birth of the soul of the worlds, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, the prophets kept giving the good news of your arrival. Then, at the time of birth, soothsayers and scholars and even lifeless idols bore witness that today that great personality has arrived in the world. Then when you were granted universal prophethood, there was talk everywhere, and from every direction the voice began to come that the Hashmi messenger has appeared. Therefore, whoever wants to find guidance should present himself in his service. Such incidents are many, but we limit ourselves to narrating a few authentic and interesting incidents. Hazrat Umar Farooq was sitting with his companions one day during his caliphate, when a companion passed by. Someone said, "O Commander of the Faithful, do you know this person who is passing?" He asked, "Who is this?" People told him that this is Sawad bin Qarib, the same Sawad whom a jinn had informed about the advent of the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. Hazrat Umar Farooq sent for him. When he came, after initial conversation, you asked him, "How did your jinn convey the information of the advent of the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him to you?" He said that one day I was in a state of half wakefulness when my jinn came and shook me, saying, "Sawad bin Qarib, wake up, listen to my words and understand. A messenger has been sent from the descendants of Luway bin Ghalib, who invites towards Allah and his worship. People are going towards Makkah from every direction responding to his call. You should also set out for the presence of this chosen personality." I did not pay attention to his words and said, "Leave it. Let me sleep. I am very sleepy." At that time he left, but the second night he came again and began to advise like the previous night. I still did not pay attention. Then the third night he came again and urged me to present myself in the service of the Hashmi messenger. Finally I had to obey him, and I reached the court of the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, riding my camel. You were sitting in a gathering with your companions at that time. As soon as I arrived I requested, "O Messenger of Allah, listen to my words." You smiled and said, "Recite." So I presented a poem of praise, Naat. Intercede for me on that day when no one other than you will be able to help Sawad bin Qarib. This gift of devotion was accepted in the court. The Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, and his companions were so happy that their faces shone with joy. When the Na'at ended, the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "Sawad, you have succeeded." When Sawad bin Qarib finished the incident, Farooq-e-Azam stood up restlessly, embraced Sawad, and said, "How eager I was to hear this incident from your tongue." Then he asked Sawad, "Does that jinn still come to you?" Sawad replied, "Since I have started reading the Quran, he has stopped this work, and the book of Allah is much better than the words of jinns." Hazrat Umar Farooq said, "Once a similar incident happened to me too. I had gone to a household of the Quraysh. They had slaughtered a calf, and the butcher was preparing to cut it. Suddenly a voice began to come from inside the calf. "O family of Darih, a successful matter has appeared. A proclaimer is proclaiming in clear language that there is no God but Allah." Hearing this, I left from there. During those very days the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, announced his prophethood. Hazrat Mazan states that before accepting Islam, I used to serve and look after an idol in a village near Oman. One day, after offering a sacrifice, we were sitting in front of the idol when suddenly a voice began to come from inside the idol. "O Mazan, listen and be happy. Good has appeared and evil has hidden. A prophet from the tribe of Mudar has been sent with the religion of Allah. Now you leave the worship of idols carved from stone so that you can be saved from the heat of hell." Hearing this voice, I became extremely frightened. After a few days after sacrificing similarly, we were sitting when again this voice came from the idol. That prophet messenger has come with the revealed truth. Believe in him and find salvation from the blazing fire. A few days later, a man came from Hijaz and he told that in Mecca, Ahmad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, has claimed prophethood. Whoever goes to him, he says the same to him, except the word of the one who calls towards Allah. Hearing this, I became certain that the personality whose prophethood was announced by the idol was this very Ahmad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. So I broke the idol at that very moment and set out to present myself in the service of the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. When I reached there, Allah opened my chest for Islam and I believed. Then I described my weaknesses and worries before the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. O Messenger of Allah, I am a very hedonistic man, singing, music, women and wine. My life is spent in these futilities. For some time there has been a famine in our area, so nowadays I am poor and still deprived of the blessing of children. Pray that Allah gives me guidance, removes our worries, sends rain on our land and grants me a son. The Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, prayed, O Allah, change Mazan's singing with the recitation of the Quran, his forbidden provision with lawful provision, and his misguidance with chastity. Send rain on his area, and grant him a son. All the prayers of the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, were accepted. All my hedonistic habits were left, my area became green and lush, I married 4 women, memorized a large part of the Quran, and Allah also granted me a son whose name is Hayyan. At the time of presenting himself in the court of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, Hazrat Mazan had presented a beautiful Hasan Na'at, 2 verses of which are, O Messenger of Allah, my camel has reached your court, swiftly crossing the long deserts extending from Oman to Aj. The purpose is that you intercede for me in the court of Allah, O person most superior to all the people walking on the face of the earth, so that my Lord forgives my sins, and I return with success. Some people from the tribe of Khatha'am described the incident of their acceptance of Islam like this. Once we were sitting near one of our idols, some other people had also come to the same idol to get a decision on a dispute. Suddenly a hidden voice began to be heard. O people, beware! O old men, what vain and useless thoughts you have, that you refer to idols for decisions. Are you all in wonder and fallen in the sleep of negligence? Do you not know that light has dawned from Tihama, Makkah, by which darkness and obscurities are vanishing? That prophet, who is the leader of all people, has now come with the religion of Islam after a long period of disbelief. Rahman has granted him honor. He is a great guide and a true messenger. He makes decisions with great justice. He commands prayer, fasting, goodness and kindness to relatives, and warns to abstain from sins, idols and all forbidden acts. He is from the high and exalted family of Bani Hashim, and is announcing his prophethood in Makkah Mukarramah. When we heard this hidden voice, we left the idols and presented ourselves in the court of the Prophet and accepted Islam. I bear witness that Allah is the truth, and I am the first one to leave the gods carved from stone. I have migrated towards you, girding up the loins of courage, crossing wildernesses and hard land, so that I may find the company of the one who is superior to all people, both in terms of his own self and his father, and who is the representative and messenger of the King above. Hearing these verses, the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, was very happy and said, Welcome Umar bin Murrah. I requested, O Messenger of Allah, grant me permission to go to my people so that I may invite them to Islam. It is possible that Allah may be kind to them through me, just as He has bestowed favor upon me for your sake. You happily gave permission and also gave these instructions. Adopt gentleness and always speak the truth. Do not become ill-natured, arrogant or envious. Due to the preaching of Umar bin Murrah, the whole tribe except for one man became Muslim. When Umar bin Murrah presented himself in the court of the Prophet with all of them, the soul of the worlds, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, was extremely happy, welcomed everyone and congratulated them on being honored with the wealth of Islam. History is full of such various incidents, but we return to our original topic while sufficing with these. But the journey is far from over. Stay with the light of beautiful Islam and make sure you're subscribed, because what happened next is one of the most pivotal moments in the entire seerah. We're about to dive even deeper into the boundless love and radiant legacy of the Prophet of Mercy Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. If this story touched your heart, please like this video and share it with those you love. Join us in the next episode of The Life of the Messenger, where every moment is a step closer to understanding his beautiful guiding light. You won't want to miss it. The following narrative and historical accounts of the Prophet's life are meticulously compiled and referenced from the most renowned and foundational Arabic books of seerah and Islamic history. 1. As-Seerah an-Nabawiyya by Ibn Hisham. 2. Al-Bidayah wa an-Nihayah by Ibn Kathir. 3. Dala'il an-Nubuwah by Al-Bayhaqi. 4. Ash-Shifa bi Ta'rif Huquq al-Mustafa by Qadi Iyad. 5. Tarikh al-Umam wal-Muluk, Tarikh al-Tabari by At-Tabari. 6. Manaqib al-Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal by Ibn al-Jawzi. 7. Jami'i al-Usul fi Ahadith al-Rasul by Ibn al-Athir. 8. Zad al-Ma'ad fi Hadi Khair al-Ibad by Ibn Qayyim al-Jawziyah. 9. Al-Kamil fi at-Tarikh by Ibn al-Athir. 10. As-Seerah an-Nabawiyya by Ibn Kathir, often compiled separately from Al-Bidayah.